What's going on, everybody? So, I haven't posted a video in like a day or two. Turns out I had strep throat, so still have strep throat. I'm not doing video on this, and I'm gonna try to like mute my crazy coughing. So if you hear, well, if you don't hear me, that's probably because of that. I wanted to play Grand Tactician, so war a little bit. Oh man! All right, I had this on my mind all day to like play. And like my idea here was like been trying to figure out like what to do in terms of like, ooh, I intend no modification of my off the person I'm with. Wish that all men everywhere could be free. Interesting. They must add an. One thing I love about this game is the developers. They add more quotes to this game. That's pretty sick. But one thing, going back to what is that guy shooting into the river? Like they're trying to get like fish or something. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out what to do in regards to my first initial. I don't want to like you always want the initiative in this game, right? Or in any combat situation, right? You always want the initiative. You don't want to give the initiative to the enemy. So one thing that I decided is take Winchester. He's gonna move an army that's I think somewhere around here. Yeah, that one. Probably east. And my guess is I come down here, he'll move that army here, maybe even move that army here. In that case, I can move down here, retreat, and take a key objective. And then he can move over here and take that position. So it's like a little game of chess in a way. My other objective is to like, I want to seal off a lot of these ports. If I can strangle them in terms of like, because that's generally the Anaconda plan, guys, which is what Winfield Scott engineered, worked. Like that really did a tremendous amount of damage, as much or maybe in some possibility even more than the actual battles. You know, cutting the Confederacy off from the rest of the world was like a huge deal. I would probably need an army here, right? I have an army here, I have an army here, but there's literally like two states in essence where I don't have an army, and I guess they didn't have an army because this state is supposed to be neutral, but it's not. So we need to build an army here in Cincinnati. So now the question is, oh no 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 no. Oh crap. How do you delete? Are you kidding me? You're joking me. I don't want you to do that. What the? Great. So like, how do I can? That's the one thing about this game is like, how do you cancel the orders? You can't click on that to cancel it. I'm hoping that it takes. Oh gosh, it's gonna actually send this unit there. I don't know how that's. Oh gosh, dang it. There's got to be a way to cancel it. But what I'm trying to do here is create an army in Cincinnati. Um, if I click on Cincinnati, maybe no. It's gonna allow me to create it only in the state. So what? That's Illinois, right? Ooh, hooker, Fighting Joe. strep, man, I'll tell you, like, it sounds not serious, right? But man, is it, right? I literally had like a fever for 2, 3 days or something like that, and like just laying in bed, not being able to do anything really is like not cool. Literally, just not doing anything is not cool, you know? Since they're 3 month troops, I'm gonna do 1,500 troops. And this is just basically gonna be an army for. I got a lot of muskets, huh? 104,000. But basically an army of defense. This is in case they show up. But yeah, like today I was just like in bed pretty much the whole time, watching Shrinking. If you guys not familiar with Shrinking, oh, I forgot to put on the live feed here, so I don't miss what you guys are saying. Okay, let me change the title too. FYI. Okay, cool. But FYI, I'm sick because people are gonna probably call and go on this, and it's like, dude, you sound like horrible. Like, yeah, so I'll give you a notice ahead of time. But yeah, man, uh, I was just basically in bed. I was watching a show, Shrinking. It's on Apple TV, and it's actually a really good show. My wife, like pretty much everybody I know, watches it. Um, it follows three people. Well, a bunch of people, but the three main characters are is him, and her, and they're all counselors. And the show starts out with Jimmy mourning his wife, and he's like the first bit of the episode is interesting because like follows his neighbor. She gets up, she goes to him in the backyard, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's drinking, doing other stuff besides drinking too. I think smoking, and then has escorts with him, and but that's his way of mourning. Um, but then they go into like the show is really really good. Like there's drama, but they mix the drama with comedy so well that it's like I don't think it's been done that well ever in any TV show as far as I remember. So they have an army of Tennessee of 1,500. So I'm creating an army of 3,000. I have one guy there though so far. All right, let's hit. So my objective here is Jesus freaking two Confederate navies here. Are you kidding me? This is North Carolina Squadron 2, and there's the James River Squadron, which is 4. 2 are disabled, and then I have the Home Squadron. I'm gonna have them go here. I want them to like blockade this thing, and then these guys are coming down. I'm gonna have them show up right there. I don't want to engage yet, but I want to stare down their faces. So I was thinking, given this thought, and I'm trying to figure out like what's the objective, right, of the Civil War. The objective of the Civil War is to win, right? Obviously, to win the Civil War, though, you need Richmond, right? You got to take the capital. If you take the capital, basically morale drops, sinks, all that bad stuff for them. Uh, the question is, it's going to involve building armies, and I'm not going to build an army just yet. And some of you guys are going to be like, dude, why not? It's because they're all 3 month enlistments, right? So by the time like I get the soldiers, I train them, we start moving to Richmond. They all are like, hey, it was a nice walk. We're not there yet, but that's it from me. Peace. And that's something I don't want to do. So I think the goal is right now to get my policies active. This is going to be 12-month contracts. Let's see if I can do 30, 24-month contracts. Oh my gosh. And then so I think after this, I'm going to do Regulars Act. I wonder if regulars can, stay, you know what I'm saying? Like full time active duty soldiers, not contract. I was reading I was watching and reading. I was watching a lot of YouTube the last couple of days because I've been sick. Um, did you guys hear about what's going on in North Korea? They're training like 12,000 troops. They already deployed 3,000, I believe, of the 12 to the Kursk region, which is right next to Ukraine. And there have been, I think, from what I remember reading, is there's been some reports of firefights between North Korean and Ukrainian soldiers. Now, if you'd have went to me 10 years ago and said, "Hey, do you ever think there'll be ever a time in history where North Korea will fight Ukraine?" I'm like, sure. There's definitely, the way you do that is you load up hearts of iron and create the game hearts of iron 4. You load it up, right? You create and you go for the non-historical path. It's the only way that's gonna happen. Where you have like Mexico declaring war against Egypt, something like crazy. I've only seen things like that in games, where it's just like, yeah, of course yeah, that's totally no. I have to wait for all these ships to get better, man. Build some more ships. Uh, Naval artillery. So this has 58 guns. This frigate. Oh, it is just okay. Let's build a frigate. I can't build the yeah, ironclad frigates, right? I can't build a monitor, right? Yeah, I can't. That's cool. I mean, I know I have to get the technology, so I'm not second rate steamer. Ah, build two ships, and then we'll attach these support ships. But I mean, like, and let me know in the chat what you guys think about that. Like North Korea getting involved in this war. Like, I did not see that coming. I couldn't. I know why that's happening. It's because Russia did a deal, all this stuff. But I don't know. I just thought it was out of the realm of like I don't know, just possibility. It just didn't make any sense. Like I don't know. Even just thinking about it is just like North Korean troops. The only thing I can think of is you do have what's his name, Putin giving I don't know something to North Korea, probably production, probably food, whatever it may be, and in exchange for men. And I think he's gonna use North Korean troops as cannon fodder, and even worse, probably cannon fodder than Russia, the way they've been treating Russian troops, right? Because if the whole 12,000 North Koreans perish, like Russians not gonna care about. It. They're like, okay, they're not Russian, so who do we? What, we don't care, right? And I feel like you know he could just keep getting these new, fresh recruits from North Korea because they got a million man army approximately. So 12,000 is not really much. They can get another 12,000 after that, another 20,000, another 50,000, and some will survive, and they'll be veterans, and then he'll put them back in. Kim Jong Un will put them back in his army, and if he decides to go after South Korea, he has some veterans in his army. So that's the only thing I can see. But man, I tell you, it is. So, you guys have no idea how. I mean, I don't. It's hard to like value not coughing all the time when when you're healthy and you're going about your day and all this stuff. And like no matter what's happening that day, you're like, oh, I got this or I got that. I'm so stressed out. But at least you're not coughing like crazy nonstop. Your throat's raw, like you're just in a horrible mood. Like I wish like my brain would say, "Hey man, as bad as it is, dude, at least it's not where like at least you're not coughing your brains out." And I'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, good point." you know. All right. So I'm kind of curious if I can. Crap. Okay. Can I? Dang, stop this because I think this guy is moving. You stu nod. I see. This is what needs. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I really can't, man. How do you cancel orders? I don't understand. So how do you tell this guy, dude, don't go there? River movement, retreat, force march, move at a time. There's nothing that says cancel all orders. This is gonna drive me nuts. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the most important thing I can do, which is because that's oh great. There is a game out to keep the order confirmation pop up open. Oh crap. So there is no. Are you kidding me? No, you got to be kidding me. From what I'm reading here, jeez, man. So you're basically telling me there is no way to cancel an order. That is stunad. That's great. So this guy, because I accidentally did that, is gonna go all the way here to go all the way back. That makes no whatever. You make the slightest GUI interface. And some people might say, hey, well, that's realism. I'm like, there's a point to realism. There's a limit to the realism you could put in a game, right? Like, there's a limit to where that needs to end. This being one of them. Like, right now, I should be able to send a thing to this army saying, stop, do not go there, go back here. No, it's going to follow the original order, go all the way here, and then go all the way back. And it's absolutely freaking ridiculous. And this came out in 2000. 2000. So it's been 4 years, almost five. It's ridiculous. All right. So one other thing I wanted to play with. Oh, how do they get provisions? Oh, it's 50%. Okay. Because this was at half, so they must have got extended their provisions. I don't know. This had like one and a half or something, or two. Now it has three. Okay. Now if I hit blockade, right? Because the weirdest thing. So enemy blockade, Hampton blockade efficiency is 37%. Them just being there is. Check this out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send this unit south. We'll deal with Savannah, and I got that flying flotilla. As they leave, I'm gonna check this. This will answer my question. Once they out of range, that should drop to 0, and then I could put the flying flotilla there, and that should answer a lot of my questions. Right? The question being like, will it block Hampton? Hampton's right here, and I would know that because I live in this area. So I'm kind of curious. What if I can I go up here? Because I know the Confederacy can go up the river. Can I blockade Richmond? Is Richmond a port in this game? I forgot. Does anybody know? Yes, I don't think that made an effect. I think me being around Hampton, I think that's what made the change. Okay. So officially, I'm not blockading anything. Um, so we need to change that. And I want to go after. Wilmington is a city 4, right? So workforce available, fielded soldiers, income per year is basically nothing. Charleston. All right, and they got 3 forts here, so blockading them will be tough. But you know the weird thing is, like, in this game, blockading is you have to go to the city. But from what I remember from all my stuff is I'm kind of is that like the blockade, the Anaconda plan actually started with blockading out on the open sea. I'm kind of curious if I do something like this and then I do a blockade there. I'm gonna try to give that a shot. Because does that mean if I move my ships here, it cuts off support to England, the trade? So we're gonna give that a chance. See how that works. Supply alert. What? Yeah, because you're a Stunod, my friend. I told you. Alright. The Confederacy was just fine with me taking Winchester. They didn't make any moves. Supposedly, they're supposed to be aggressive. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna send this force out here. We're gonna give that a shot. How about that? So I have the Department of Ohio. I have the Army of Illinois, Mississippi. Why is the Army of Mississippi? So I'm going to move the Illinois Army here. Just in case they decide to sprout through Kentucky. Blockade efficiency is still 37%. Now, I don't understand this. It says Hampton blockade efficiency 37%. I was at Hampton with this fleet. It's not there anymore. So how is that now at 37% still? I don't know. That's just a little weird to me. Where's my main fleet? There we go. No, 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 no. So this is another thing. Every time I send my ships south, they go down this and they hit Fort Macon. I don't know why. And they get stuck here and my ships get damaged and all that bad stuff. So now I have to literally tell them, I mean, you're a navy. Don't have to stick to the coast. This is not, All right. So Flying Flotilla is about to get there. We'll see what this changes. All right, finally got there. Now you can just chill because, and this is the new fleets I got coming. Disabled. Oh, that's probably because I'm just building it. Okay, so now this is on this UK flag. Doesn't change anything for the blockade, man. I guess maybe we should put it in blockade. Let's see if that works. I'll give it about a day. See if that changes. Oh man, his provisions are garbage. Are you, I mean, you have St. Louis, right? St. Louis is under our. I know we're capturing it. That's why. Oh, great. But you don't have provisions, so I'm not gonna have you. I'm not gonna be a stunod and just go there. We'll build some kind of supply thing. I don't know. More money to the military. Oh, that's their military policy. Oh, I thought that was mine. I was like, man, I could finally get 12-month contracts. So I'm kind of curious. So we were talking about the North Koreans, right, going to Russia, and we're talking about how China is getting. China did some crazy war. What do you call it? Some crazy. I mean, they've been. I don't know if you guys watch like a lot of BBC or I also watch Australian news and stuff like that. But China is crazy active in the Pacific in a bad way, hostile way. Like they, you didn't invade the South. Action finally. I've been there. I've been invading the South for a little bit. I'm at Winchester, but basically, in essence, they were. Ooh, he increased the size of that army. Yeah, they're increasing the size of these armies. But basically, they've been fighting with the Philippine Navy in their Philippine waters, basically using. It's just kind of weird. They've been using hoses, like I don't know, crazy hoses, shooting Philippine merchant ships, Philippine Coast Guard, uh, and apparently I didn't know this, but China has a fleet. They have a navy, they have a coast guard, and they also have a merchant fleet that they militarize. Some crazy stuff they do with that. But they've been bringing Southeast Asia to the brink of war with like Philippines, Taiwan. They just did another massive exercise around Taiwan where they did a full blockade of Taiwan. Like it's getting crazy out there, and it doesn't feel like China is backing down. Like it's not even. I feel a lot of people were hoping, based upon what was happening in Ukraine, that China it would give China to think twice, think twice about going to war. And I think they did have a pause, but I think they were like, yeah, we still want Taiwan, and what happened in Russia, we'll just make sure it doesn't happen to us because they're getting worse and worse in that region. They had interviews, Australian news. They had interviews with current and previous Navy admirals, admirals in charge of the entire Pacific Fleet, things like that, and they were like, it's getting very tense, not even tense. It's getting very hostile in the region. It's like we're on the brink, and it's like crazy that we're there. So China doesn't want to stop by Taiwan, and we're gonna defend Taiwan. The president said that we're going to defend Taiwan. Now that might change with the next administration, depending on who gets elected. But President Biden mentioned that we will defend Taiwan. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that the vice president, if she became president, would kind of carry that out. I'm not sure if former President Trump would do that. And the reason why I think it's important to defend Taiwan is if you're literally watching me on this stream or if you game, there's a good chance that your gaming rig has chips. Your board, your CPU, your graphics card is from Taiwan. I know all the iPhones from like iPhone 1 to like now, all those chips are made in Taiwan, right? And they're trying to get it here. The president signed a bill, I think, a year or two ago, the Chips Act, I believe, and it got a lot of. I mean, I don't know what they did in that bill, but it is really good. Like the company TSMC, which is responsible for the chips, is building in Arizona, and they're actually like laid the foundation. They're already building it. Their projection was they were going to build what they call 5 nanometer chips, which is not the latest, most advanced technology, but they're working out a way to make the top end chips that they're able to make in Taiwan here. But it's going to take a couple of years, like 5, maybe 10 years. But the thing is like, we can't have a disruption, and there'll be a disruption either way. If we let China go and take it, forget about. I mean, we just gotta hope China at that point lets us still trade and work with TSMC, or and actually this not it's not gonna work out either way because China invading Taiwan, TSMC is gonna be damaged or destroyed, and that's the factory where all the chips are basically made, all the really important cutting edge chips. So if this thing happens, the entire tech sector is gonna like be really bad. And they basically say they did war games. This snap crackle. So this division was defending Richmond. They brought up 15,000 men, and I got how many troops here? 9,000. And I know some of you guys are gonna say, dude, you gotta build the soldiers. I'm going to in 2.8 days. The only problem now is he's gonna take the railroad here, go here. So now, guess what? I know what he's gonna do. So we're gonna leave Winchester for right now. Oh man. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah. So they did war games. This non-profit or NGO group did war games, like a tabletop, like board game wise, for projecting like China invading Taiwan, and they went through like 150 scenarios, 180, something like that, and they all played them out each time over and over and over and over again. And they said like I think they said something like 89 or 90% of it, 89 to 90%, the allies in U.S., Taiwan, Japan win all the time. I think it's even above 90, right? and because China runs into so many issues with supply, they found something really interesting, that putting U.S. subs in the straits between China and Taiwan wreaked havoc for resupplying soldiers on Taiwan. But this war game that they did, I think it was like about 6 months ago, was so important, so big that like the Department of Defense called in the group that did it, and they had like conferences at the Pentagon and stuff like that because they were impressed by this war game. But how does this guy's taking too long? He's gonna try to check Frederick, Maryland, and obviously I can't move this guy here because they're gonna take Washington, so I have to move him to counter. And he's taking his sweet time, isn't he? And the only other problem is that I have 5,300 men. He has 15,000. Wait, did you just see that? He literally went like that. Come on. That don't make sense. I know what he's coming for. He's coming after these 2,000 men. It's alright. We're going to go back here. So you literally moved a unit from Richmond all the way up here, crossed into Maryland, went around, and then going this way to take out here. Instead of, you could have just used this army. It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. The AI does some weird stuff in this game. And that's one thing that I wish they would have solved. Like with the. This is another DLC. This is another DLC thing, right? That they should have done. Add multiplayer, right? I understand they added this whole career DLC in the last one, which was great. It's good. It's a great idea. Uh, Multiplayer would have been a really great DLC. Okay, I think multiplayer should have been free. To be honest, it's default. Um, excuse me. Um, but yeah, or naval warfare, like in Empire Total War and stuff like that. All right, so I have these ships out here. No blockade difference. So what does this do? Do I have to be on the yellow lines here? I'll do that. They're in blockade. I mean, it does. It's showing me it's not doing anything. So it's useless at this point. So I have this fleet heading to Savannah. Charleston is another key port. And he has 7 out of 8 ships. Let me look at this navy here, see what I can do with them. I have the John Hancock, has 2 guns, 5 guns, 50 guns. The Constitution. Is that old Ironsides? The only problem is if I have her go up against Charleston, man, there's 3 forts. Yeah, it's no joke. That's some heavy stuff. They'll be ripped apart, I think, honestly. But maybe I can go to blockade Jacksonville. How big is this port? I guess I can go here, right? I'll blockade Jacksonville in that port. I got a floor Glenshitch, whatever it's called. I think they can deal with that though. All right, the home squadron is days away. You would think, I don't know. This is, if I was the AI, I would have done this. Hampton Division, right? You have an army here of 5,000 men. You have an army of basically 3 times that size. Wouldn't you want to just destroy this army or severely damage it? At that point, you left all of Maryland open, like from Frederick all the way to Cumberland, and basically all of southern PA. Like, why do you care about West Virginia? just doesn't make any sense. All right, so you got your provisions. All right, let's go to St. Louis and take it. I think it's been 2 days. Why? You went all that way for nothing. How long? 0.5 days. Finally, 12-month contracts. All right, time to build troops now. So now I have 12-month contracts. Now I'm hoping the Confederacy in this thing now, right, is going to have 3-month contracts and they're going to lose a lot of troops. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. Should I make an artillery division? I don't know. I saw Reynolds. That looked like Reynolds to me. I thought it was John Reynolds. Ooh, I can make garrisons now? That's pretty cool. I like that. Excuse me. Dang. General Hunter. I'm going to give you another brigade. I'm going to give you a lot of Kentuckians. I don't know why. I wonder in this game, should they have like something, like if you're from Boston, you have +1 fight. If you're from Brooklyn, you have +3 fight, You know what I mean? I'm from Brooklyn, so um, yeah. All right, so you know what I need to do now, guys? I have to. How, availability not produced. How do I produce them? Oh, there we go. Weapons. That would probably be good. Should have probably done this earlier, right? What do you think? You think I screwed up? Yes, I did. Springfield musket. Do you notice there's no scroll wheel, like scroll bar? So if you don't have it, I feel like they should add that into the game. A scroll bar. I don't know. Plains rifle, Mississippi rifle, Springfield rifle. Okay. Okay, I want to do that. I want to. Says this weapon's not being produced. Can I make any rifle? What do I need? An armory or something? Like, how do I. Bloody. Salt works, plantation, factories. What does factories do? From processed foods, textiles, machinery, chemical, like gunpowder. Okay, well, we need that, right? So I'm gonna build one because we might be using some gunpowder in this war. I'm guessing. I don't know 100%. Foundry produces metal castings, and then well, oh, there's some new stuff. Naval engagement. Oh my gosh. How long is this battle? been going on a long time, and I'm just seeing it now. How bad are we? Oh, that's right. These are the Confederate ships we took over. But my American Navy's in good shape. Barely got scratched to paint there. There's two Confederate ships disabled. I'm probably gonna take those. This ship is under fire. That's pretty cool. And two of their ships sunk. That's the best the Confederate Navy could throw out in the field. That's sad for them. Um, it still says Hampton blockade efficiency 37%. I don't. Oh, they're blockading me. That's what it is. Okay. So what about my blockades? I guess I haven't been able to blockade anything yet because that didn't work. Let me take a. Oh crap! They're out of provisions. 11%. Crap. All right. I don't want my boys to get KIA on the sea. I have no food. Um. Oh, okay. Check this out. Civil order. So I can now do stuff here. Reborn muskets. To acquire a number of rifles to arm the volunteers, modify the exist. Oh yeah, let's do that, please. Can I do that? How long is that gonna take? Because I got a crap ton. I got like 100,000 rifles. That's a lot of rifles that are just useless. I mean, they're not rifles; they're muskets. Excuse me. I can't even order these. So this is another thing. Like, it's not being produced. I wish this was a lot easier to do because, like, I want to make the Springfield rifled musket. I click on this, right? Now, I already have armories, foundries, I have ironworks, I have all the stuff that I need to build stuff, but it just says this weapon is not being produced or imported. Okay. Then how do I import it? I don't know. I'm gonna just hit auto manage at this point because I don't know, man. I really don't. I'm gonna upgrade my thing here. Is that for all the buildings? No, that's just for those ironworks. Okay. Dang, man. So, all right, this is gonna increase the unit to 13,000. I still need more than that. Let's do Iowa. I'm gonna increase. Hold on, 12 months, volunteers, drafts. Let's do 2,200 men. Let's do that. So three brigades, four brigades there, and we're gonna do another. Virginia has no volunteers to send us. I wonder why. Why do you guys think that is? Boggles the mind. But in reality, there were actually, excuse me, there were actually Southern units that did serve in U.S. Army. Like I know one from South Carolina did. It's just kind of crazy when you think about it. Tennessee is sending us people. Let's do that. Let's do a full 3,000 of them before they change their mind. Pennsylvania has. Ooh, yeah, we'll do a full 3,000 from Pennsylvania. And then artillery. And I'm going to upgrade you guys to 12 pounders. Alright, so Robert Anderson, should I leave him as. The one thing It's just so many leaders that you need to put in command. It's, a lot of them are not that good. Like, this is definitely a guy I do not want. All right, so we're gonna replace him, and all the good guys are on the bottom because they didn't climb the ladder yet. McCook, yeah. Uh, Cookie. I'm gonna replace you with, who should I replace him with? Ooh, I'm gonna save that for a special though. Ricketts, Franklin. Yeah, he's good. All right, I want a 3,000 man brigade for my boy there. So my boy Ulysses. I'm gonna give him special weapons. So that's the Army of Northern Virginia, right? So it is now going to bump to 24,000. They have supposedly 3,800. I don't believe that. The intelligence in this game goes back and forth, so it depends on your level of intelligence, skill, whatever, and stuff. So yeah. And Patterson's in command here. I'm gonna, jeez, definitely give him more, better men. Pennsylvania, and this is where my boy is gonna take command. I don't know who you are. Actually, you're pretty good. Okay, I'll leave you. So that's 3,000. That takes to 8,000. I'm gonna put Grant. My boy Grant. My boy Grant. And then you guys need artillery, dude. How does that army does not have artillery? That's beyond me. And there's no cavalry in that unit either. Vermont sends us about 500 men. They're so nice. 500 men. We could win the war with that. Rhode Island. Can't even for Okay, you guys are cute. Alright. I'll give you guys good rifles. Burnside. There's only 10 pieces left. Rate of fire, how much? 12 rounds. Oh, this is actually better. I have more of it too. Yeah, let's do that instead of the Burnside one. Okay, so far this unit will grow to 12,000 men. I think I still need more, right? Because that other army that you saw, that a division, that had like 15,000 men, and that's just the army that they had defending Richmond. So yeah, and that's all of Pennsylvania. Literally used all of Pennsylvania. Yeah, pretty much all of Pennsylvania. I got Ohio now, so I'll pull from them. I'm hoping the amount of troops make up for the muskets that I'm not gonna have. Excuse me, rifles I'm not gonna have. Okay, so cool. So that's what we have right now. We're gonna have an army here of 21,000 men, 24,000 men. In fact, I'm gonna build another division here. If we're going to war, we gotta go to war properly. Am I right, guys? Or am I right? Am I right? And before I used to never just do. Half the time I would forget to put that, and then the other thing I always neglect to do is getting good leaders. And I'm still trying to get into that thing. I wish they had like an auto. I mean, they do have an auto, but it chooses one of the worst leaders. And I wish like there was some kind of code that says, all right, well, if it's a cavalry unit, don't give me infantry officers like Doubleday. Ooh, look who I got here. I got a Mr. Custer. So I got two. I'll do another one. Did you get somebody good? Give me Palmer. Replace. Ooh, John Buford. Yeah, definitely doing him. All right, cool. Uh, all right, I think we're good. I'll take a look at my division commanders, who all pretty much, except him, are not good. So let's see. Let's get some. Give me somebody. I want some good names. I wish there was something for like I don't know. Okay, he's fine for right now. Hunter. I thought Hunter was supposed to be good. Guess I was wrong. Oh, I saw a Zook. Yeah. Oh gosh. Really? I thought Zook was supposed to be good. Didn't he lead the Irish? The famed Irish? Ooh. Yeah, we'll use you. Bernard. Tyler. Oh gosh. No. You go away, dude. You're really bad. Heinzelman. Yeah. Gotta have good commanders, man. Tell me something good. Trying to find somebody that I know. Palmer. Ooh, Robinson. Ah, oh man. Being sick is not fun, guys. Not fun. Should be fun, don't you guys think? Of course. Should be fun. Alright, I think I'm good to go here. I know I should probably go through these guys. They're semi okay. Oh gosh, definitely not him. One across the board. Yeah, you're fine. Oh gosh. He doesn't even have one. Oh man. All right, that's for right now as good it gets. He's still moving this army west. I don't know why. Yeah, boy. Support for the rebel cause waivers. Yeah, you better. All right, we're gonna go into blockade stance. We have to deal with this for Pulaski. Oh, that's nice. So if you guys not familiar with Pulaski, he's famous American Revolution war general. I know that because I'm Polish. He's Polish, and we have a Pulaski Day parade in Brooklyn every year. Ah, oh, crap! Really? How's that affect? Yep. So they took all that. That's great. So all this stuff, nice. That's good. Nothing up here though, right? How are we doing with capturing that? We still gotta cross that river. We're doing not too bad. Federal slight advantage. That's what it says. Now moving into Fort Pulaski. There's gonna be a new battle popping up. All right, here we go. Battle's about to begin. Yep. Boom. I love the audio effects in here. It's good stuff. 70 men there. How many batteries? Fort firepower 17. Does that mean 17 cannons? Ooh, ah, your mother's uncle. I saw something. 16. Miss, miss. I like the miss. Continue the miss. What does this do? Four conditions, 98. Ah, my naval firepower is at 75, which is a lot more than he has. So, oh man, my USS Supply took heavy damage. Yeah, she's on fire too, or under fire. Cumberland's under fire now. All right, I'm gonna give it about a day, see how that translates. I see him moving here. He's now off the beaten path. Yeah, he's just chilling there. Okay, that's good. So the Department of Ohio, I do have to probably add another. I'll give you good riflemen. Take good care of them. You better have a good commander, dude. No. I want a really good commander. Experience, infantry, everything. Greenhorn. He's somebody good. Level, Heyman. Halleck? No. I don't want an administrator. Who's this guy? This is Brooks. Ooh, I like this guy, Burns. He's good. All right, so built another. I literally doubled the size of this army, his army, whatever. Um, my plan is not working out as great as I wanted it to. He invaded there with how many troops? Oh man, he's gonna have 10,000 men. I only have 3,000 under him. So guess what? More troops. That's right, Alex. Oh no. Uh, I wish it like had a default thing instead of me having to click these buttons. right, so that's. I'll do another. Why you keep giving me Miles? Miles is garbage, man. AI needs to get a little bit better, man, in this game in terms of like what he can offer. Okay, that one guy was good. Let's do that. You know what's kind of crazy about the Civil War, besides it being crazy to begin with, um, is that like the army commanders, generals that were brigadier generals, major generals that worked their way through the Civil War, right, and made it to the end of the Civil War, and were legends. You know, like Hancock. Because the war ended, they had to go back to previous ranks. They had to like a lot of them actually had to return to like majors, captains. I don't know. To me, that would be the biggest kick in the groin. Like having to be like, you know, I just fought this war. We did all this stuff. Oh, you're now going to be a captain. Well, I was a brigadier general. I did all these battles. I saved the country. I know, but we don't have spots for you in our book here. What book? The book that tells us how the way the order of army should be. I don't care about the book. It's like, yeah, sorry. And they're like, what do I do? I was like, well, you could retire, which I believe a number of them did. Oh, I think I saw a familiar fate. No, that's not. But he's still good. Okay, so Army of Mississippi, so that's 6,000 more men. Let's do more. I'm literally emptying out this board, ain't I? And then I need artillery guys. All right, and then guess what? I'm missing. Oh no no no. Yeah. Ooh, Hunter stinks. I thought Hunter was supposed to be. I think I said it before. I thought Hunter was supposed to be good. He's acceptable. McReynolds. McReynolds, I am gonna give you some cavalry. Basically, this is like just this little entire section of the game is just building up your troops. It's basically like instead of so now this army is gonna go up to 15,000. It's gonna take a couple months. Jesus, no, I can't have that. That's unacceptable. I'm gonna be at 15. He's gonna be at 20. So guess what? We need a whole new division. It's crazy that the Confederates are putting that many troops in the field. I'll be honest, it's kind of like nuts. Because, like, I don't know if you could tell, but a lot of these states are like, yeah, you pretty much used everybody that we have. Yeah, you know. Keep giving me Tyler, man. Tyler is horrible. Stop giving me these garbage. I mean, give me Winfield Scott. I mean, put him on a freaking wagon. I know he was not the most healthy. Again, Hunter, you freaking keep giving me these guys that I'm just like, are you out of your mind? So that's 6,000 more, 9,000 more. I'm gonna run. I thought 100,000 rifles would have been good. I think I need more. Dude, they keep giving me Hunter. Can you believe that? Like over and over. Like what is going on with the AI, man? Like seriously. All right, and then I need some artillery for you, my friend. Give you some Pennsylvanians with 12 pounders. The least you could do is 12 pounders. All right. I know some of you guys are saying, why don't you use the 24 pounders? I like saving those. It sounds stupid, but I like saving those. I'm probably going to go to the Army of the Potomac, give them the 24 pounders. Because, you want your best army to have your best thing. So 24,000 to his. Oh my gosh. Is he just like. Was it 23 just a minute ago? Oh, I could have sworn I saw 20. New York. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm from Brooklyn, right? So I said it multiple times. New York is giving me 22,000 volunteers. People are good to go in New York. All right. All right. That's what I'm talking about. New York. This video is gonna get demonetized or unlisted because there's Paw Patrol in the background. And AI for Google now is so good. I think AI in general is getting really good. Of course, you give me Hunter again. It's not like me replacing him like a million times. I don't. I'm not even looking at the branch that they're in. I should have probably been looking at that, huh? All right. So that should have added a crazy ton of men. I'm at 33,000. So wow, that's gonna be bigger than the Army of the Potomac. So I'm gonna upgrade these 12-pound Napoleons to 24-pound howitzers. Give them better, just sick 6-pound field gun. Now we're gonna give you good stuff, my friend, because you guys are gonna be doing all the fighting, most of it. The earth will shake when the the earth beneath them is gonna go rattle and with those from those guns. Uh, 3 brigades. Dude, I am so sick of this guy Hunter, man. Like they don't stop, man. Can I do like oh man, he's jeez, I used up a lot of New Yorkers already. 10,000 left. 7,000. Now down to 4. And so this is gonna really kick my butt in terms of the amount of money that I just spent. In I guess the last 5 minutes of me building all these units and stuff, you're gonna see like my grade is very triple B negative. I think once it goes below B, it ain't good. Oh gosh, you keep giving me. I wish it would just I don't know go from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? In terms of giving me the you officers. And the other thing it needs to do is like if I have an infantry unit, give me just infantry officers. Don't make me have to go through this. I'm being picky, but I'm sick, so my what do you call it? Tolerance is not that high. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. All right. So, how many troops is that I just built? So that this army is going to go up to 34,000 men. This army is going to go up to 21,000. So it's going to take a while for that to happen, though. It's at 5,000. It's going to take 60 days, so 2 months. So, do you guys see why I didn't want to do the thing before with the what was it 90-day contracts? Actually, if it was 90-day contracts, they wouldn't have been able to train. They wouldn't even be able to finish basic training. Their basic training would have been like nearly done, and then their contracts ends. I wonder if there's a way you could just change that. Oh, I had this policy. Oh, can I start going down this? Yeah, let's do that. I like you don't have to wait for the chapter to end. That's cool. So I'm gonna start going to 24 month. And then what else do I need? I need good. No, I don't think I need the Militia Act. I think what I need is what is it? Uh what was my problem in the last game? It was that I had the soldiers, I couldn't build any more soldiers, so I need a draft. Okay. So where's the draft? Ooh, Lieutenant General Act. No, we're not doing that. Crazy. Recruitment bounties. So yeah, we're gonna start investing in this. It's gonna take 48 days. And I know some of you guys might be saying you got to focus on the industry too. I know. I just don't want to. It went from triple B to just B, B plus. Yes, sir. How is this thing going, by the way? Let's slow this down because I don't want to lose any ships. Son of a fracking. The USS Lewis has been disabled. Supplies at 51%. They really got. And she's a sloop of war. She had 9 guns. Not. And we still can't take this bloody thing here. Their fort firepower is still at 15%. That's just one fort, guys. Where's the. Oh, you there already? Oh, are you firing? Oh, that's a Savannah squad. Where the heck is my flying fortress people, guys? Alright, flying. Okay, over there. You know what? Don't go there. I need you to help with this. Double time. Yeah, he's out of freaking everything. Oh, crap. Oh, they crossed the bloody thing. They took over this city. So I'm gonna go. Oh, crap. And they got another army behind them. with 4,000 men. Right now, the Confederacy outnumbers me, technically. But in 2 months, that should change. Again, 2 months, so that'll be a little bit. What is that? Construction. Jeez, the mass. She's withdrawn. She's under fire. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to pull back. This is too much. I got the flying flotilla. She just got there. All right. All right. So now I'm gonna pull you guys home squadron away. They're gonna pull away while the flying flotilla is gonna continue the assault. We have old Ironsides. Jeez, the Michigan just took a crap hit. You believe this battery is for? I guess for Pulaski, man. Wow. Oh, I lost the Resolutes. That was part of the flying flotilla. The Michigan's at 70%. It's a war, you know. What are you gonna do, right? You have to keep fighting, man. This is a bloody battle, man. I wouldn't think it was gonna take this home squadron. Ooh, I need that. Yes, I need that. Because you could tell I don't have provisions. Kind of important. No, because it's gonna freaking go past that island. All right, so now you're engaging. I lost the Resolute's been sunk. What kind of ship was this? Oh, I lost the John Hancock. Two ships sunk. You gonna tell me what kind of ship it was? The Michigan's been disabled. Man, you know, it's just wow. I've literally heavy amount of firepower pouring it into them, and they still are tough as nails. Sailing ships only. That's great. So now we're facing off the Rebs here. We got our city back, I think, right? I think. Cordons Union now. Got the Army of Kentucky there. It says, I think, only 89 men, though. They will be. Okay, guess where we're going? This is what you get. This is what you get for taking my city. 89 men. Even if it's 2,000, I could still win that. I gave them good weapons, too. 1:30 in the morning. I'm not tired because I pretty much slept all day. It was a rough, rough afternoon, man. I'll tell you. I had a. I literally like woke up like basically like I took a almost like I took a shower. I'm like my clothes, everything was soaked. I'm like, what the heck? My wife was like, that's because your fever broke, and I'm like, okay. Oh man, is he doing what I think he's doing? Is he moving northwest, trying to come up through Evansville? And he's withdrawn. Very good. Very good. Okay, that's good. I don't mind. So now he's moving his Hampton division there. He has 5,000 men to his 15,000. I can hold. He's at 9,000 still. There's not much I can do. So that's basically a naval war right now. Oh my gosh. Two ships disabled, two ships sunk. Oh no, I gotta pull out of this. The Constitution's taking heavy, heavy. I'm not losing Old Ironsides. That's not happening. So two fleets could not penetrate, which is great. So I'm gonna need what, three fleets at this point? Man, this is ridiculous. How many ships are gonna be in this navy here? So these are the ships I'm building. And give me all the ships of war, ship of the line. I want everything. And then I need you to build more ships. I need you to build, give me like five of those. I want a massive fleet. And I want a great commander. He's a good commander. Okay, good. Give me the other guys. Are they good? Yeah, they're, except you. You're in charge of the home squadron. Yeah. It's crazy, guys. I don't know, man. It's bloody crazy. Yeah, he is moving northwest. He's gonna try to go to here. So guess what? We're gonna meet him. So both my fleets couldn't do it. Dude, you're going too close to those. You're going too close. Battery runner? No. Guarding against the blockade and supporting blockade. Amphibious attack. No. Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Yeah, let's do that. You're gonna get close to Fort Casual. See, this is why I don't. You always go through these freaking garbage. Why does the AI do that? And now it can't. Is it what? Is it routed or something? Yeah, I think it's routed. Cause like, check this out. I can't. I can't tell it to do anything. Yep, it must be routed. That's the only thing I can think of. Condition alarming. And guess what? It's gonna go right past Fort Macon and take more damage because it's stupid. Excuse me. Oh, what happened here? What the heck happened here? Did he just withdraw? Oh, you useless sack of money. Oh, guess what? You are hereby relieved of your command, sir. I'm gonna put Baker in command. All right, Thomas. Oh, this is gonna. There's a lot of Thomases. Seriously, there's a lot of Thomases. Where's Thomas? I just had him. Raka Chickamauga. I don't know. One of those. I gotta rewatch the Moonlights. Come on, guys. I just had him. Did I not just have him? Oh, okay. I need to replace him. That's why. My bad. Give me infantry, people. Please. And then Baker is going to take command because, yeah, you just let me down by a lot. So you sir are hereby relieved of your command till further for a long time. How many troops does he have here in the Army of Tennessee? 18,000 to my 3,000. Yeah, I'm not gonna engage. Yeah, probably not. No. Good thing is that those disabled ships are going with me. They're not stuck there. Because I figure if you're a disabled ship, you're disabled, right? You can't move. You know, that's the whole point of being disabled. Can't move. Man, he's rushing back. What the heck? Why aren't you resupplying, dude? You're in a naval port. That's weird. Oh, crap. They invaded. Ah, oh, you two nods. Alright, I need you to respond quick. Because we can't have the Rebs invading. I'm about to engage them. You know, them moving that division out where there's no. Alright, my first battle of the game. I've been playing this game for like 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't know. I've never had a battle yet. My kids love Paw Patrol. Like literally, Paw Patrol's on nonstop. Paw Paw. The Confederacy fields 17,759 men. Union fields 5,392 men. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, are you a madman? A little. I have no choice, guys. You gotta understand from my perspective, right? The troops that I have are basic training right now. are in basic training. The 5,000 men that I have there is basically what's between them and you know DC. And this is defend your position. Oh, they're attacking me. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's good. You know what that means? It's the Battle of Sharpsburg map, and that's where they're coming from. And the objective is this. There's one road, two roads, three roads, and four roads. There's a nice ridge here. I'm going to use that. I'm glad I replaced that guy before. How many troops you got? Oh my gosh, this is not good. I thought I had more. And then I'm thinking something like that. That's it. That's all I have, seriously. Oh my gosh, that's not good. Oh, look at the frame rate. Oh, it's because there's a lot less troops on here. Last time I played, I had tens of thousands. Now I have less. And I don't have cover. So here's some cover. So let's. The trick is. I want them out in the open. This might give them some cover. I don't know if this is actually bare or if there's actually wheat here. Either way. Let's do. Where's the objective again? It's up here. So let's do this. Let's keep everybody within. So this way I can, like, refuse the line, as Chamberlain says. Alright. Oh my gosh, I only won 1.1 engineering points. I was hoping to build. Because if I can't build. I totally forgot how to build the bloody thing. How do I build the you know parapet? Okay, cool. That's all. Okay, that's a problem. I thought that was gonna give me more. All right, well, guess what? You're gonna have to do, guys, since I don't have enough engineering points. You're gonna have to build that. And oh man, this is bad. I'm right on the open. I mean, honestly, these would be nice, but if they come around that way, I think it's best to, yeah. And then this way I can always reinforce. It's not the best, not the most ideal at all. But I do have time before they get there. That's probably not long enough. Yeah, I don't think you can edit it. Yeah, you can't. Okay, whatever. Alright. Start building these things before they get here. And I'm gonna do double time. Hopefully that affects them to, I don't know, move faster in some fashion. So they have a long way to move, right? So we know they're down here, all the way down here. So they're gonna move. It's gonna take them a minute to get there. I'm hoping by the time they get here, these fortifications are done. Yeah, you see them moving. 15,000 men. Now, it could be wrong. I don't think they are. That looks like 15,000. That's three brigades. Jeez, yeah. That's two full divisions. Now, these guys have rifled muskets. I don't know what the Confederates have. I'm hoping it's less. I think they're almost done. If they are, I'm probably going to build another one here for my right flank, just in case. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have two soldiers outside that. Dang it. Alright, whatever. These guys have the best for the. They're going to get hit straight on. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I made these things long enough. Ah, come on. This is a little pain in the ass sometimes. See, why are they not angling the right way? And there's been no updates since February. It's a little concerning. Then again, it is a small indie team, so I can't expect. It's like last I, when they were building this game, is basically two or three main developers, and then the rest were contractors, and a few contractors at that. So I can't expect them to be making a game and then also supporting this game in the background. They're still far away, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay, I can actually spend the time to do something. Uh, no, what are you doing, dude? Dude, sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna have those two brigades build these things. You're gonna do the double quick, get there, do a double quick, and the reason why we're gonna have like a fallback line. I'm working them out before a battle, which is probably not a good idea, but it's gonna take them a while to build that too. Once they're within, I mean, they're just getting to Sharpsburg. Once they're like within here, then I'm gonna have them go back to their former positions, get them some rest. I got Patrick here. I think he's a good one, right? He's a good commander. Mediocre administrator, professional officer, infantry. That's what you want to hear. All right, so they got some good range here. He's got a rifled musket. I'm hoping the Confederates have muskets. They're moving the cavalry in first. Makes Like, literally, it's gonna be a fortress. Got one line there, another line there, one line there. I mean, if I could, I would probably build another one back here, but I'm not gonna do that. And these guys, they're just gonna chill. They're gonna take the brunt of it. So, yeah, and a lot of these forces are about 1,500 men only. All right, so that's built, and you can detach units in this game, I believe. All right, so I'm gonna have you right there supporting you, both guys. Okay, you sir doing the same thing. How far are the ribs? Let me see if I could see them actually at like line distance. No, not yet. It is really cool though. Like you can see the line of sight all the way here, and you might be able to see like a little glimpse here. Not yet. Almost. Let me come down the main road. Come down that main road. Back this town to get Cash Town. Alright, hot with messages. Attack, attack. I know. I say Gettysburg a lot. Wired hot with messages. Attack, attack. I gotta rewatch that movie Gettysburg. It's been a long time. I was talking about in the last video, like why I guess I don't visit Civil War battlefields a lot, and I've mentioned a number of reasons why, but I'm not like as interested in Civil War as I used to be, and that's because they're coming. And that's because, or at least not interested. I am interested in Civil War history. Still I am. I don't think that's going to change. But I think what really bothers me is the politicalization of historical flags, right? Like before, like all these stuff that was happening in politics and stuff, you had. Oh man, this is why does this game do that? All right, just I guess stay there then. Um, but like you see in protests, and you just see on TV and all the political stuff, people using the Confederate flags and then mixing that with the politics of today and such. A lot of them not even understanding what the Civil War fought, like not even understanding the basics of the Civil War. But yet, I mean, I've talked to one person who had a Confederate flag tattoo, right? Like, didn't even know who was the president of the Confederacy, right? Like, they knew who Robert Lee and Stonewall Jackson was. Great military, that's it. And I'm like, and the tattoo is like, oh, this is for my heritage. I'm like, explain this heritage thing to me. Like, what is that tattoo? Is it to commemorate the soldiers on the Confederacy side? Like, what? Because apparently you know Lee, you know Jackson, and it's hard not to know them since in Virginia you have a Lee and Jackson Day, right? So, I don't know. Is it, like, and you start thinking, like, is it for, things like, you have a Confederate tattoo on your body because is it for the soldiers? No, it's not. Because do you know about the battles? They might know Gettysburg. Hard not to know that battle, right? Like, you know, you find. I mean, I had this discussion with them, and be like, they knew what the Battle of Gettysburg was. Nothing about it in Antietam. I don't think we talked about Antietam, but like nothing about like Chickamauga. Key points in the Civil War, Emancipation Proclamation. Like nothing there. Like how the Confederacy lost the war. Nothing. So like there's another reason you had that tattoo, and it's not for historical. It's not for heritage, I don't think, because you can't even define what the heritage of that flag symbolizes, right? Like, are you talking about the lost cause theory, which was played out after the Civil War, right? Like, the war was, a lot of people will say, well, it was started by the Union. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Honestly, I'm like, states seceded from the Union and then demanded that, the forts that were in South Carolina be handed over to the Confederacy. And the Union was like, no. And so Beauregard fired, the Confederacy fired on Sumter. Now, like, the Confederacy, honestly, and as what's his name, the governor of Texas, is it Sam Houston? Said it himself that you know my Southerners are hot tempered, uh, so had and this hot temper contributed to them firing on Fort Sumter. Now, had they just been like, okay, well, we got all these other forts, we'll just keep a battalion there to make sure like they don't swim over to Charleston, which they're not going to do, but we'll just keep somebody there. We're seceded. Abraham Lincoln was like, oh, there's not much I can do, right? And they could have just left it. I mean, the Fort Sumter could have garrison probably could have been there for years, right? And eventually, the U.S. government would have probably been like, yeah, let's pull them out. Like, there's no point in like there could have been no war. What I'm trying to say, right? If they didn't fire on Fort Sumter and then just said, hey, we seceded, we're done, right? And did not go into the violence aspect of it, firing on Fort Sumter, right? And just stayed peaceful, right? I don't think Lincoln would have formed an army to invade the South because it was Sumter was the reason he formed an army of, I believe, 70,000 men. Sumter was the reason, right? So the Confederacy just handed like literally took the war to the next level. Well, took the conflict to the next level. That's when the war officially started. Sumter, right? If there was no Sumter and they just were just like chill, I guarantee you Lincoln would have had a heck of a hard time invading the South because a lot of politicians would have been like, look, like there's been no bloodshed. We shouldn't fire the first shots. And if the Confederates didn't fire the first shots, and nobody fires the first shots, eventually, they'll eventually get Fort Sumter. Whether it takes 10, 20 years, eventually the Navy or the Army would be like, let's evacuate that fort. There's no point in having it anymore. But all right, here we go. I love that they add those vocals. All right. So they're doing what I expected them to do, which is good. Not yet, not yet. I'm going to keep my guys here. Oh, they're charging. Oh no, they're coming in close. They must have muskets. We pushed them off. Negley's brigade's firing in. And this is the reason why I'm not too concerned, is because 15,000 men, unless you know how to use them properly, 5,000 can hold them. You need 3 to 1 odds every time for an offensive action. And unless you know how to use those, they don't even have their artillery really set up. Are they firing? No, they're just setting up. They should have had their artillery firing and support them infantry. They're not even firing yet. At the double quick. I'm gonna have them come out and flank them. Ooh, Cooper is a little feisty. Coming up to that. Dude, I wanted you to come up here. Go. I have 2 brigades here. That's why I don't want to move these guys out. Because then if I angle this way, they're going to flank me. But they have nobody here. So I'm going to have these guys come out and fire into them. I took 90 casualties already. Maybe not too close. I guess it's... I'm going to try to give you as much... Oh, I got an error from my YouTube. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. And that's because I have Cox. Thank you, Cox. So if you guys notice any video interruptions, my apologies. Cox stinks. By far the worst ISP. Oh crap, that's not good. 136 losses. Jeez, guys, seriously? Yeah, Cox is really horrible, guys. I'm telling you, like, I moved from Virginia Beach to Norfolk, right? And yeah, I can see the streaming lag is horrible. And that's because 20 bucks says that is because Cox. I have this on Ethernet too. Okay, my download speed is, gosh, why is this so bad? 927 93. Okay, my upload speed is about 70 megabits. I don't know why YouTube is now, it says excellent condition. Yeah, it's Cox. Don't ever get Cox. Cox is horrible. I moved from Virginia Beach to Norfolk, and um, in that time, I went from fiber optic. If you guys not know what fiber optic is, it's basically, well, it's the fastest internet there is, right? It's basically light. It's not copper lines, right? It's basically light in essence. And with fiber optic, the latest technology, you can get 1 5 gigabit speeds, and you don't share with your neighbors. And what I mean by that is, if you're watching Netflix, your wife's watching Netflix, your kids are watching Netflix, and then your neighbors are watching Netflix, the neighbors to your left are watching Netflix, the person across the street is watching Netflix, things like that, on coax, which is what I have now, coaxial cable, right? Which is like the old cable line. Well, it is the old cable line, right? Your internet speeds gets degraded by the amount of people that are using it. So all my people in my house, my neighbors, the person next door, the person to my other next door, that all reduces. So if I have 900 megabits, well, now everybody is using it. That's probably, for me, maybe down to maybe 10, 50, somewhere around there, right? So it dramatically reduces, maybe even less, maybe 5 or 10, right? Reduces the amount of bandwidth that you get. Now, mind you, 5 to 10 megabits is the equivalent of 2010 smartphone speed, so you can imagine how bad it is. Fiber optic is modern technology, right? It uses the light, so you can get 1 5 gigabit speeds, but you don't share it with your neighbors. So no matter how many people are using the internet, you're gonna get 1 gig down. Even if every member of your family is using 1 gig, chances are I mean, if people in your house are all using it, you'll probably drop down to like 100 or 200. Still way good enough for whatever you're doing. You can watch a 4K movie and then some, just for you, not even to mention all your family's doing. So I moved back to Norfolk. Norfolk made an agreement with Cox years ago to be their only sole provider, which I think is illegal to begin with, honestly. Like, isn't that illegal to have a city say, we're not going to have any internet service providers except Cox? Isn't that illegal? Like, in my, I mean, I'm guessing. To me, that seems illegal because it's like, that means there's no competition. That's like saying, we're only going to have one supermarket here, and that's going to be Walmart. Well, wouldn't that mean that Walmart can charge what they want, right? So, like in my head, and what happened over the last 5, 10 years is Cox doesn't do anything. They didn't build a fiber network here. So, thankfully, Norfolk, I don't know if we had a new mayor, I think we had a new mayor, but thankfully, in the last couple of years, Norfolk has been getting better, like really getting better. Um, and they let smaller ISPs come in, and they're building fiber optic now. And now Cox is like, I think they're starting to build, and it's like you're starting to build now. You're starting to build now. Why does it take you so long to build fiber optic cables? You did it everywhere else, right? You did it, Verizon was able to do like the next county over, like within a short period of time. And the reason is because they had no competition. They're like, why should we invest in infrastructure when we don't have to? Gosh, dude, you need to listen to me. Please go there for. Please. That's another thing I didn't like about this game. This was one of my negative cons. Is I told a unit to go here, they won't listen. You actually have to keep the unit selected, and then they'll move. But if you click away, they won't do it. Come on, hurry up. And they have a hard time doing double time. Oh man, they're breaking. Oh, this is not good. Come on. They have two infantry brigades coming up. Ah, they broke. Man, I do think there needs to be some improvement in this game. Ah, They got their artillery up. Oh man, they broke. Oh, did they break two? Is that two brigades broke? One. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, there's two brigades broke. They lost 355. They lost 291. So I guess having those better rifles, or the hope that they had better rifles. So I lost half my army. So I'm down to around 2,000 men. It's not gonna be good. And this is not like actually Manassas where I can call in the other guys from Washington. And you see they're trying to flank me now. They're moving this way. No, 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 you stupid bracks. Why don't you listen? Why do you do stupid things? I don't understand. You guys don't listen properly. That's the problem. Look, oh my gosh. 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 You stupid Oh, I hate you guys. I hate you. I hate you guys. You guys suck so much. I lost double the amount of casualties by some. Oh, man. I really hope they improve certain things in the next game. I mean, I love this game, don't get me wrong. It's by far the best Civil War game I ever played. But at the same time, there's needs to be some improvement. This unit's about to break. I'm holding off a whole division with one brigade here. I'm gonna move the division commander there too. Jeez. Nah, they broke. Time to order retreat. And we lost. It's amazing how it went so fast from a minor victory to a defeat. I was gonna penalize the first brigade that broke, but I don't know whose fault really it is. Probably maybe mine. I should probably got him better cover. What the heck was that? Oh, 38 minutes. You kidding me? They're about to break themselves. And they broke. Everybody broke. I can't even order them to move. move, and it's gonna be another half hour before I can. Are they gonna chase me around the map? Uh, they might. Okay, so I lost about 1,000 men. They lost actually a little bit more, slightly more, but they won the battle, which is the, I guess, important thing, right? The most important thing. Yeah. Charge. Charge. I think his iPad went out of power. Bring me the iPad. Alright, defeat at Hagerstown. 150 killed. I lost 22 captured. Now, another thing in this game that you have to do is build POW camps, which I'm going to build a POW camp because if you capture Confederate units, right, and you do not have a POW camp, guess what happens? They get released. Uh, and build a POW camp there. Because the last thing I wanted to have them is released, and they can. It's that that thing that they had during the Civil War. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I lost. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna go help my son, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See you then.